Hey friends, welcome to Wine and Chat. Making these videos and sharing my opinions on global and trendy topics is always a pleasure. Today's topic is such a controversial one. A large number of people are upset with H&M, Harry and Meghan, and the author of the book Endgame, Omid Scobie. I've been following all conversations closely. And just as you have with every conversation, there are always two sides of the debate. I fully support the Prince and Princess of Wales 100%. If you don't know by now, just know. However, I'm going to try to be unbiased with this conversation. I honestly don't know where to start from. So much has happened within the royal family over the last couple of years, and I know it hasn't been easy on anyone. So let me take this from the beginning. When Meghan first got married into the royal family, I was really excited and happy. However, things began to go on a downward spiral as the years passed and have gotten much worse now. I've always believed that you should never stay in a place where you do not feel appreciated, supported, and loved. So I fully supported Harry and Meghan after they left the royal family. What I do not support is putting out your dirty laundry in public. Live quietly and with dignity. And if at all you have anything to say to clear the air or clear the rumors against you, by all means share your side of the story. Once is enough. And then close the chapter and move on. The issue with H&M is that they shared way too much. In short, they overshared. The Oprah interview was enough exposure. That was all they needed. They didn't need the Netflix docuseries, not the podcast, not the book release, or the interviews post that. It was an overkill and totally turned a lot of their supporters against them. They spilled too much information about the family. Now, in all of these conversations, the royal family has maintained a dignified silence, preferring not to respond to claims against them. The only statement they have made so far was recollections may vary, which will go down in history as one of the simplest and wisest response ever. I had to talk about this background for those who haven't been following this discussion from the beginning, so you understand the context. Now back to Omid's book, Endgame. I haven't read the book, however, I have relied heavily on various conversations on YouTube, social media, and I even watched Omid's interview about the book. Omid claims that he did not interview Meghan while writing this book, but spoke to some of our close friends. Well, in my opinion, which I am entitled to have, that does not mean that M did not contribute to this book one way or the other. It is obvious in my opinion that she did. From what I gathered, a lot of the information contained in the book was too personal and could not have been known by anyone except for all of the people involved. And I highly doubt it's anyone from the working royals. Omid's latest book, to me, is a personal attack on Catherine, attacking her life choices, her job, and her family. It's absolutely despicable. It's wrong. The biggest revelation in this book seems to be the identity of the royal races. Not one, but two royal races. And this story has changed multiple times. Nobody knows what to believe anymore. However, the two people mentioned in this book, I don't believe are racist. Going by all the videos I've seen about them, I've followed their lives closely for a while. I don't think they're racist, especially not Catherine. Also, as a black woman, I believe that statement that was made about the color of the son's skin was one of curiosity. I'm black, I'm Nigerian. If I marry a white man, I would be curious. My family members would be curious to know who my baby will look like. Will my baby take after my black melanin skin, or my hubby's white skin, or be a mix of both? That's if I marry a white dude. So it's pure curiosity. Another thing I want to call out is Omid calling Catherine a Stepford-like wife. It's so disrespectful. If you Google the meaning of the word, you'll see that it is a derogatory term. I watched an interview where he tried defending this, and it sounded so silly to me. His defense sounded so silly. Remember in the beginning of the video, I said I was going to be unbiased. People are forgetting that Meghan also has books that have been written about her, not favorably. I think this is the first author that is coming out to write a book in support of her. Most of the books that I have seen that have been written about her have been really, really unfavorable. There's one called Revenge by Tom Bauer, and I didn't see this much outrage when the book was published. Some may call it double standards, and I quite agree, it is double standard. Everyone is going crazy over this book that's been written about the royal family. Meanwhile, multiple books have been written about Meghan Markle unfavorably, and this is the first one that is favoring her. So, double standards. Absolutely. Now, another thing I've started noticing is the more H&M camp push their narrative, their story, their truth, the more popular, loved and supported the prince and princess of Wales become. It's such an irony. At the start of this journey, a lot of people were on the side of H&M. But the more they talk, the more they open their mouths, the more they give interviews, they publish books, the more everyone is starting to turn against them and look at them differently and start supporting the royal family. Their dignified silence, the royal family's dignified silence, seems to be working for them. And I don't think they should respond to Omid's book. No, it's not necessary. I think it's time everyone moves on with their lives. H&M, the media, both British, American, and everyone else. I intentionally did not mention the royal family because they are living their lives and they are doing what they do best: charity work and building international relations. That should continue to be their focus. I've heard some people say the royal family should respond. I completely disagree. They don't need to respond at all. It's not worth it. They would be giving Omid some level of significance and importance that I feel it doesn't deserve. They should maintain their dignified silence and keep living their lives and doing what they do best. Every other person should please move on. It's been 5 years. We've had enough of this drama. Let's move on to something else. So guys, this brings me to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Show your girls some support by liking, subscribing, sharing. Till next time.